What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're talking about the 3 phases of ascension to massive money. If you want to make more money in your business, if you want to have more success with your business and just in your life in general, this is going to be the episode for you. I got a special guest on with me today. Aaron Parker's with me. Aaron, how's it going, man?
What's up, my man? How are you?
Good, man. Happy to have you. Aaron's actually going to be pastoring to us today. He's got a message for us today, and by God, it's a good message. Okay, this is something that is going to take the brakes off of. If you guys have ever, looked at your earning potential and you just feel like you're capped, you feel like you're hitting that brick wall, that proverbial wall in your business. If you can't get past a certain number, this is going to take that off for you in this video. That's what we're going to solve for you today. But tonight, we are doing a web class. Aaron's going to be doing a web class teaching the 3 secrets to help them to scale his business from zero to over $200,000 a year with 1 truck and no money. So if you guys haven't checked it out already, it'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. Hop in. There are a limited number of seats. I'm not sure if there's any left available, but if they are, you'll be able to sign up and register. So jump on that as quick as possible. Aaron, I'm going to turn it over to you, man. We're talking about the 3 phases of money ascension. Maybe we could just discuss first and foremost the biggest problem people have with regards to hitting up against that ceiling, and then we can get into the whole deal.
I think I can only speak for myself, right? So a lot of you guys know my story. Maybe you don't. My story starts in a very destitute situation with 0 money. That's where I started my business. I knew that that was not going to be where I was going to stay just because, like, my grit level, I'm not super tall, Justin. I'm like 5'9.5",
Right.
but my grit level is like level 1,000. I'm like 7 feet tall with that,
It's like that Rudy. You got that Rudy.
that root. That's what it is, man. Like, I just will not stop. And I was lucky to kind of have some good people around me going through that tough time that said, hey, just put in the work. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Don't look up. But what I did learn going from that number, we actually topped out about 400,000 in my business a year. Me and some employees, just a few. 1 truck still. That was like the top. And I'll tell you guys, if you start doing 40,000 a month in springtime with 1 truck, like, it is everything that you want. You're like, look, I don't want any more business. How about we shut this business down? It's so busy. It's almost way too much. So I don't recommend doing that. Maybe if you go on and start hitting those numbers, get you another truck, start scaling a little bit. But the diagram I've drawn behind me is going to explain to you kind of my mental point of origin on how I viewed investment and what it's done. Now, since that business, I've invented products that are in the industry, right? We have patents for pumps and valves and all kinds of things. So I'm a lot deeper into this industry than just washing now. And what I have learned along the way is that investment and willing to pay full price to the counter of success is what drove that money, and obviously making more money every year, hand over fist. All right. But here's the big thing. A lot of guys start where I started, or they're in a job right now and they're just they don't know what they don't know. Okay. And the biggest hurdle, I think, for a lot of guys is lack of awareness, because once you're aware of something, you can never go back, right? It's like the lady in the red dress in the Matrix, right? When you're paying attention, once you're aware of it, you can never go back. It's like when you say, hey, you start looking for yellow cars. Well, you drive around town, you see tons of yellow cars because you're looking for it. So once I make you aware of some of these things in this diagram behind me, you have a blessing and a curse on your hands, because you're going to be aware of when you're copping out and when you're backing up. But the good part about this is that a lot of you have something born into you, like I had when I was just growing up in Southern Alabama, dude. It's like everything seems to be a race to the bottom. Everyone's mindset's like, how do I get it for free? How do I make 60,000 a year on my own business, but do it for no expenditure, right? Have you guys ever noticed every dude like this, he's always like building his own rig all the time, and it's kind of like full of leaks. and air leaks and all kinds of problems. He's always like trying to mix his own chemicals. He refuses to buy. He complains about the shipping of chemicals, complains about the price of pumps, complains about just everything in the business. And in pressure washing, we have huge ROIs and margins in our world. There's really nothing to complain about. What I should say is, hey, go buy a $12,000 mower and go cut $50 lawns. Right? Can you imagine how long it's going to take you? So in pressure washing, we can clean, heck, you can get a rig and go clean $2,000 roof tomorrow, $1,000 roof the next day, $600 roof the next day, $3,000 roof the day after that. Guys, the margins are huge, and they're usually 50 to 60% margins if you do it right. So nothing to go ahead.
I think the origin of that, Aaron, is like the family, right? Because the family's the one that starts you off with that whole, well, let me tell you about the deal I got on this. And they're pulling out the coupons out of the magazine, and slowly but surely it starts to make you think, it starts to build it in your brain that I need to find a deal. I need to find a way to free. And ultimately that's what we're talking about is the problem here.
You think that's right. I'm here to tell you today that's wrong. And you have to almost resent it in order to get out of it. You do. You have to build a resentment of trying to find the deal all the time. Cody and I talk about this when we hang out. We'll go to a restaurant or something, or go to somewhere, Tractor Supply, grab something. They're like, you can get 10% off. No, don't want it. We have a 20% off. No, don't want it. Don't want it. See, and I'm going to show you guys in this diagram why maybe I can get you to even maybe the middle spot today. I call this the box of purgatory. Very interesting. If I could just get you there and get you aware of how poisonous this mindset is, so where you can eradicate it from your life and start leveling up and being able to do the things that you genuinely got in business for, which is what I want you to be able to do. Have the time freedom, have the financial freedom. That's why you're in business. You're not in business just to have another job and make the money or a little more that you made working 9 to 5. It's not the point. The point is to have more freedom. All right. So Justin, let's jump into my diagram, dude. Let's jump in here. And if you start talking, I got my earphones here and I got my volume turned way, way up so I can hear you. But let me know that you can hear me. All right.
Yep. We're good to go.
Guys, you see this right here? This is kind of an ascension chart. What does this look like? These look like flames right here, right? What is this? This is actually a lake of fire is what it is. This is hell. This is where most people live. Cash flow hell. They get in the business, and I don't have any problem with a guy starting here because I started here. The problem is if you stay here. That's the problem. So start there if you have to. Never stay in the lake of fire, because what this is here's how guys in this place think. All right. They think everything that you have to pay for, they're trying to get it for free. See the arrow here? They're always trying to get it for free. And their mindset reinforces that decision. So the arrow here, we got this all the way up, okay? They will try to find something for free or to save $100 here. It's a business, first off. This isn't personal expenses. They're trying to run a business on a shoestring mindset budget. So they're always wanting to go from the paid to the free. How do I get it for cheaper? Don't pay for courses. Don't pay for knowledge. Believes in college, though. Go get in debt. Don't pay for nobody's course. Guys, buy a course, even if it's not my course. Buy something to learn and to better yourself. Okay? I spent $10,000 last month just in courses alone. $10,000. Yes. Because the value and the ROI is there, right? We'll get to it. So these guys run from the paid all the way to the free, coupon clipping, all the way to the bank. But they think that it's right. That's the problem. The mindset says that's how you should be. And this is like, you're going to live in a single wide forever. Single wide ain't bad to start off on. I started off in a single wide. I was born in a single wide, basically, South Alabama. But we didn't stay there. Okay? So these are the lottery ticket people. The problem with these people is they don't want to invest anything in their business, but they will they'll drive to Florida. If you're in Alabama, they'll drive to Florida and buy a lottery ticket to win the big Powerball. So they'll take the money if it's given to them for $10. See? They'll take it as long as it doesn't really require them to work or spend any real investment. This is poison. These people are all around. They're all in your family. They're in my family. Look, I just stay away at the cookout. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? Let me get my food. I'm going over here, bro. Right? They run from any monthly bill. They run from all like forms of debt, right? Even good debt, even investment debt. They're like, don't pay for the commercial building in cash. Okay, try that in Nashville. You got $3 million in cash. The commercial building's worth it, but you're just never going to get there then. And that's what they think. These people generally, in their business, they take home from zero money all the way to about $60K a year in their pressure washing business. Okay. I'm not speaking for anything else. That's where this mindset caps out. Why? Because it replaces the income they had at their job driving forklifts, and they're proud that they can take home the same income. But they're always trying to, well, I'm not going to pay for them Google ads. I'm going to turn them off come the wintertime now. Well, the Google ads, you only pay if there's a demand. You don't pay just to run them. You pay for demand. So if people clicking on them, you want them there, right? They don't even know the mechanisms of how these things work, but they just, go back to free, back to safety, back to mediocrity. All right, lake of fire, 0 to 60K. Now, if I can get a guy to be aware of this and the poison and the pain that it has caused him and his family for generations, and I can push him into the box of purgatory. That's what this is. This is the box of purgatory right here. If I can push him into here, he can never go back. We actually got a chance. If I can get him there, if I can prod him, piss him off enough to help his family out enough. I know some of you guys get pissed off at me for what I say, but I'm doing it for your own good because I love you. And I want you all to have the things that you want, okay? Because you deserve it. You're working your ass off, all right? What this guy... he starts understanding that paying for things and investing is a good thing, okay? Because he's heard us say it over and over again, and he's watched me write massive checks for valve shipments, okay? He's watched me put my money where my mouth is, Mike and Justin building apps, right? Cody building the biggest equipment. He's watched the Core 4 invest in the process. He said, well, damn it, if they can do it, I'm going to start investing in myself. I'm going to start paying to learn. I'm going to start paying and investing in Google ads and good equipment and all of these things that are going to level myself up. But his mindset still pulls him back to free. So it's like this. He's aware he needs to, but his mindset keeps pulling him back to the free land. This is bad and good. The bad part is that he's still getting pulled back to not invest. The good part is now he's aware. There's a conflict. You see this? This conflict right here, this push-pull, that's what we need. That's what keeps you up at night. You know you're bitching out, see? You know the mindset's driving you to free land, but you're saying, hey, look, man, I know I got to invest. I can't stay here no more. I can't stay in this double wide no more, baby. Hey, I want a damn boat, and I don't want to worry about it. I want to have somebody else maintain the boat, not me. I want to send it to someone, and I want to have somebody else change my oil. I don't want to do it. I want somebody else to mow the grass so I can sit on my back porch. Absolutely. As you should. And how I get him here, okay? If I can get him when he says, all right, I'm gonna start paying for something, like a lot of you guys, like a footbridge website, right? He says, I'm gonna invest. If I can get him to land, like Justin, we landed a $40,000 hospital cleaning, right?
Right.
You ever gonna cancel footbridge?
Never. It's paid for the next 20 years.
In time or money. We get a footbridge site, we go land a hospital cleaning for $40,000. The damn site costs $200 a month. How long can I run my website for $40,000 at $200 a month? Right? If I can get him a result in time with his family, the things he values, or money, he will never go back here. Because he says, look, one time I bet on myself and it worked. One time I believed in myself. Those guys on YouTube kicked me so much. They punched me so much with this. I believed in myself. It worked. I got paid. I got an ROI. This is beautiful. Even though it's purgatory, you don't want to stay here, obviously. But this is the awareness gap. Okay? This is where the conflict happens. Now, the third level, well, let's talk about the income here. This is about 70 to 100K of take home in your pressure washing business. It's good and bad because you think it's a lot. Because A, your family, the people you grew up with, don't make 100,000. Daddy only made 55,000 at the meal.
His whole life.
His whole life. I'm making 100. I figure that's pretty good. 6 figures. That word. I remember that word when I was a kid. 6 figures. That was what everybody wanted to make 6 figures. I remember only nurse anesthetists made 6 figures in nursing. You had to be a doctor to make more than that, right? So people would go be a nurse anesthetist, like anesthesia, so they could or a nurse practitioner, so they could hit that little middle of 6 figures, that little, right? You don't want to stay here because that ain't no money, all right? Now, this next spot, I got a little halo up here in a cloud. It's kind of funny. This next spot right here is what I would call business heaven, okay? And the big change that happened is once you got results and I groom you enough with the mindset, all right, you start understanding again that you got to invest, but now the mindset runs away from free. The mindset says, I don't want a deal. Don't give me the deal. He says, man, I'll give you a deal on the yard cutting. Nope. What do you charge? Okay, I'll pay you that. Self-esteem goes through the roof. You say, hey, you write the check, paying full price of the counter of success. Here's the money. How much you need? $1,500? Here's $1,500, dude. I'm not wanting a deal. It's icky. Okay? Look, the mindset runs from free and it runs to the paid. This is where you start being able to make a lot of money. Okay? Because big time real estate guys, they already know, hey, look, man, we got to run. We got to buy some more property. And the mindset's pushing them there. They're like, bro, we got to buy some more property before the end of the year because I'm not trying to give it to Joe Biden. Like some of you guys in business right now, you're like, dude, I got to call Cody over there at Southeast for the end of the year. I got to get some more equipment. I ain't trying to give this money to Joe Biden in taxes. I want to write it off in equipment. Like this type of thinking, right? This, you go from 100 and it's really endless. These people change generational poverty for their family. They live in prosperity. They live in abundance. They're able to take trips with their family whenever they want, really. This is a whole different world and different mindset. But you will never get here if you don't start resenting free. If you don't stop believing I can get it cheaper. Now, look, I know to some of you, I'm preaching to the choir. And to some of you, my message is falling on deaf ears. I know, because I'll see it in the Facebook groups and the YouTube. There's still going to be millions of people, especially in our industry, of guys who will never hear this message. So I'm really only talking to a small group of you right now. Guys who really want to change their situation. You have to resent the free, and you have to look for the next investment. Where can I offload this money that it will bring me an ROI? How? Please show me. I'm calling my accountant. I'm like, look, y'all need some strategies because I'm trying to get rid of this. I need to buy something. We need to get rid of this. All right. Have you ever been in a place in your life where you're saying, I'm trying to get rid of some money because I'm looking for an ROI? I'm looking for a tax benefit. I'm looking for a tax shelter. That's where you need to be. And the only way to get there is to go through this whole road. Some of you are going to start in different spots. Todd Ketchow, he probably started here, but he's here now. Mike Turman probably started here. Me, dude, I started way down here, bro. I didn't have nothing. So I hope this diagram lays out for you the income possibility. Look, if you're in this and you're feeling comfortable, you need to check your awareness level in here, okay? Are you aware that you run away from the paid and try to get a deal all the time? Are you aware that your mindset's saying, no, don't invest in that, even when you really know you need to start investing in yourself? Right? As soon as you buy into something and you get a result, had a guy email me the other day, Justin, Vulcan Power Wash. He's like, dude, I owned a roofing company for years. He says it's so difficult to get to page 1 with roofing companies because roofing companies got a lot of money to spend. He says, bro, I'm so appreciative that you keep hammering Footbridge. He goes, because I invested in it and it's like turned my situation around, bro. My pressure washing business is crushing. He goes, I was skeptical at first. I called him but dude, I'm blowing up now. So he invested, obviously got a big ROI, and now he's aware so he can break through. The awareness, hopefully, today is the seed I planted for you guys. I want you to watch how your brain reacts when you start thinking about rich people. I want to watch if you start rationalizing that maybe they're not happy. You think they're not happy. How does your brain practice escapism from investing in things? Do you chastise people with money? Do you envy them when you're not doing the work to get there? Start analyzing and kind of auditing your knee-jerk reaction to these people who have financially what you want. You may not want all of the aspects of their life, but financially what you want. And once you are aware in the middle purgatory box, now you have no excuses. So hopefully this video is a blessing and a curse for you guys. I want it to be a miniature curse because I want to curse you with awareness. Because if I can curse you with awareness, you can never run from yourself. And the only thing that happens after that is you go up because you start checking yourself all the time. That's me, man. I'm always like, where am I being a bitch?
I also want you guys to look at who you're watching on social and look at how they fall in here. Nobody with a Lamborghini or Bugatti's getting a coupon code on it. They didn't get it for 10% off. There wasn't no buy one, get one free on it. So anybody you're looking up to, you got your Gary V's and Grant Cardones of the world. Do you think that they're not paying for information to gain advantage over the people that, you know what I mean?
Bro, Cardone talks about, man, I got to get around billionaires, man. I got to get around billionaires. He's always saying that in his videos. Right. And he's like, man, I'm flying the jet out to some billionaires, dude. I had a billionaire on my jet. He's talking about those moments. And if you think that he's not trying to invest or put money into their companies, he's paying for it, right? He's paying for what they're saying in one way or another, whether it's a ticket to something or being around them. It may not be a mastermind because billionaires don't really care to do that. They own other companies, but how he's investing he's definitely is.
One of the recent examples that we had of this was me and Aaron actually went to a conference, and one of the guys who was a speaker at the conference paid to be a speaker. He didn't just pay to go, he paid to speak there. And not only did he pay to speak there, he gave free copies of his book to every single person that came to his speech. Like the bet on yourself, he completely bet on himself. He sponsored the event so that way he could speak, he could get the slot, and he could, spread his awareness.
Be around, paying for access is probably one of the smartest things that was never taught to me as a kid. It was kind of chastised, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, they go into the country club. That's where the rich people hang out. It's like, well, you didn't really have to be rich to be at the country club. You just had to pay the membership.
Right.
So if you just have to pay the membership to be at the country club, like, why don't you just pay the membership if you don't have the money? Think about this.
Right.
Think about what I just said.
Right.
The people who hang out there, who are driving Bentleys, going and playing golf, obviously have the money and more. You don't quite have the money yet. So therefore, you need to be in the room. You need to come off the $500, $1,000, whatever a month to be, if golf is your thing, to be around those humans who are doing more than you. But I'm going to tell you, dude, saying this to a lot of country folks like where I'm from, ain't going to happen. They just want to sit back there and complain, man, but we're not going to let you boys complain. Y'all stuck with us.
That's right. So if you guys enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button on it for us. Check out Aaron's web class tonight. It's a free web class. We talked about avoiding the free. If you want to avoid the free, check out exteriorprofits.com. That is our highest level of coaching. And on each tier of our coaching, we see what Aaron just broke down for you guys right here. At the bottom level, the people that usually sign up for the free event and never do anything are those people that cap out at that 70K. Now, on the other end of that, the people that are in our most expensive coaching, the Exterior Profits program, exteriorprofits.com, they are the ones doing multiple six figures a year in their business because they're getting the best information. Because we're diving into their business and telling them exactly what to do.
You're able to cut through all the fat, you know what I mean, and just give it to them plain and simple. What are the mechanisms? What are the levers that you need to pull first, second, third, fourth, right? All the way through multiple six figures. There's levers that you need to pull, and that information is very valuable. So guys, go check that out. I know Justin will put a link in the description for the web class tonight. And I'll see you guys on there.
Okay, sweet. Until next time, I'll get that money, baby. Peace.